Hi guys. So I just got off work not too long ago, and I'm getting ready to de-world ties and get ready to get everything together for the night. But anyways, so I wanted to come to you guys with this video. This video is a little more on the serious side. So this may be a video that if you're watching with your younger children, you might want to preview it first. If you do decide to watch it with your younger child, you can understand the contents of it and decide whether or not you want to share. So if they're in the room, get out. So I'll give you a second to do that. While I do that, look at myself a little bit. Okay, the baby's out the room. All right. So this topic is one that is a more close to home, a very serious topic for myself. And it happens to be a more serious topic for a lot of African American, Latino, and other minority groups that is not really talked about. For some reason, people have their different reasons. Actually, is what I was trying to say, and some may be religious, some may be just because it's not talked about or we brush it under the rug, whatever it may be. This topic has three reasons why it hits close to heart for me. One is because a young person that means a lot to me has been faced with the feelings of and the thoughts of suicide. Another reason is because I have at one point been a person faced with the thoughts of suicide. Also, when I was in junior high, a friend of mine ended her life. So I just want to talk about that really quick. One thing I want to say about this topic, and I'm not a professional. I'm not giving any professional parenting advice or anything like that. I'm just talking to you and telling you how I feel, what I think. But a lot of times when we are faced with these type of situations, it's something that we don't want to talk about because we're scared of it. And so we don't explore it. But when we don't explore it, especially with our young girls, then it's not helping them. We don't want to talk to them in a glorifying manner and glorify the talk around a situation such as suicide, but we do want to let them know what we feel about it and how to identify if they are feeling about it and what they should do if they feel that way or if they know somebody who feels that way. One thing mothers and women out there, what we have to do is we have to talk to our girls. We have to know where their mind sits. A lot of times if you just come to your young girls and talk to them and say, you're going to do this is that, and this is it, and that's all it's going to be because I said so. You're not going to get very far with that. Coming to them, knowing them, oh, that's so-and-so from school, and actually knowing who your kids' friends are, the names, listen to the stories, listen to who's dating who, if they're that dating age, or who's liking who, or who's bothering who, whatever at school. Know your kids. Talk to your kids. Ask them how their day was. Even though you may be having a hard day or had a hard day at work, they are coming up in a time that it's very socially explicit. You can find any and everything on the internet, so they're exposed to a lot more than what you may know, but you need to get in their brains, talk to them, so you can identify those feelings of depression or suicide. Suicide prevention is a topic that a lot of times people don't want to touch on because they're scared of the outcome. Especially if they are suffering from abuse or depression and don't realize that they are until you start putting those signs of abuse out there and they're like, is she talking about me? Is she in my business? No, these are signs that may not be particularly showing in you that we know of, but we're expressing these. And when you start to feel it and hit close to home, it's probably time for a self-check so you can understand your feelings. We don't understand that we pass what we feel on to our children. So when we're feeling sad and we're depressed and all that, our kids are the same way. So it's very important that we uplift our children and not involve them in our feelings. My girls, like I said, are in a program that I now have permission to name, and it is called GSEP. That stands for Girl Self-Esteem Program. It's run by Miss Candace Kelly, and Natalia Johnson runs a dance conservatory that a lot of the GSEP girls are in. This program actually is a program that should come and be a second to what is already being taught in the home, and helping young girls discover who they are and what they can be, and build a sisterhood. So if they ever do get in a depressed mode or a can't make it mode, sometimes you need somebody to lean on, and you need a positive somebody to lean on, somebody that you can talk to without them telling your business or whatever. A sisterhood, a real sisterhood. And this program builds that and helps girls with that. We're doing some work in the Sacramento area with some suicide prevention. We'll have more, or I'll have more on that as it comes along. But I don't want to make this video too long and too sad. But I'm going to give you the story behind my friend who killed herself in junior high school. In junior high, we were the girls. We were kind of fast a little bit. We hung out with older guys, hung out and partied or whatever, drank and things like that. And my friend of mine started hooked up with a guy, and in 6 months her life spiraled out of control. He was on drugs. He wanted her to be on drugs. She was enjoying the drugs at first and enjoying all the stuff they were doing when they were on the drugs. Then all of a sudden she started deciding that she did not want to be like that. She didn't feel that no more. That wasn't a good thing for her. And he didn't like that so much. So when he didn't like that, he told her, hey, I don't like you without the drugs. You know, this is what we do. This is what we hang out. You don't want to be fun? I gotta go. She got very, very, very depressed behind this, and she ended up killing herself, committing suicide, because he was the one that was giving her that validation of who she was and what she could do and be. He was the one that was putting that in her. So when he was no longer putting that in her, she didn't have anybody to turn to and tell her, you're beautiful just the way you are, or anything like that. She grew up in a 2-parent household. Her parents both had pretty nice jobs, but they worked so much that sometimes they weren't there for her. She never got poured into her at home that she was beautiful. You have big eyes, who cares? You're beautiful. You have big lips, who cares? You're beautiful. And that validation she got from a guy who didn't mean any good to her. So when he was no longer giving her that, she didn't have anybody else in the world giving her that, so she took her life. It was a very sad situation, but this is what she did. So we as parents, and we as adults, and we as facilitators and things like that, we need to get out there and we need to talk to our girls. We need to talk to our girls. Some girls have parents that they live with at home, but maybe their parents are both working, or they're going through what they're going through, or they come from a single parent home. Maybe it's just dad at home. Maybe it's just mom at home. Who knows? But we need to be a community again and build. Stop our girls from running out here selling their bodies. Stop our girls from being victims of fast cash. Stop our girls from taking their own lives. And stop our men, our boys that are becoming men, from aiding in this. Love your woman. Love your sisters, love your mom, love your grandma, love your women. We are your women. Love us. Like I said, I didn't want this to be too long of a video. I hope I didn't make anybody cry. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. If you have any questions, if you have a topic that you might want me to talk about, put it in the comments. Let me know. Don't forget to share this video with all your friends. Have a good night. Deuces. I'm lucky ain't no kids knocking on the door.